Welcome back, everyone, to the Cross Up Podcast. Right now, we're joined by Alan and Jeremy. We're waiting on one other co-host. He should join us here soon. But today, we're just going to talk about some news that happened over the last week. I think we got a lot to catch up on, and just gonna give our opinions on some stuff.
I think some of it's a little older than like just this past week. It's like mostly April,
Yeah, yeah.
mostly. We tend to do these every couple months to kind of catch up on
Yeah.
stuff because I'll be real, I don't keep up with everything, so it's kind of nice to find out what I missed. So we'll go ahead and start off with what was essentially like all the marathon stuff. We can talk about the
Mm.
cinematic, the gameplay, give our impressions and opinions. Obviously, we didn't get to play it, so this is all based off of what we watched and potentially like what other content creators or journalists have covered themselves. So, Chris, do you want to give your initial opinions and impressions?
Yeah. So I think we talked about it a little bit before it came out, where I was super excited just because Bungie is known for their gunplay. Like, I think they have one of the most satisfying uh, shooting experiences out there. And so them focusing on a PvP game is really exciting for me because I feel like that's where they can really shine. Um, I will say the stuff that I've seen, it looks very early on, but I'm also a little concerned because they're not aiming for a far away release. Like it's not too far from now, and the stuff that we've seen still looks like it has a couple years to go. So I'm a little concerned on that. I know like the gameplay, some people said that it takes a while to get into it, like or get used to it, kind of wrap your head around it. So we'll see. I wish I could have gotten my hands on it, but man, I hope it doesn't look like this when it comes out.
What do you mean? Look like this?
It's look, I get I think it's a stylistic choice, the way that it's like blocky and sort of unfinished, or what I would consider unfinished.
Mm-hmm.
But it just, especially because of it's not gonna be free to play. They said I think it's a $40 price tag. This game does not look AAA. If you showed me this gameplay and were like, hey, check out this free to play game by these indie devs that just came out, people love it, I'd be like, yo, that's actually hype. That looks so cool. I like the styles that they chose. Cool. But if you this being a AAA game, I expect more, and this being a paid game, I expect even more. This doesn't look good. It looks unfinished.
Interesting. I disagree.
What do you like about it?
Me personally, I like the aesthetic because it's feels like it's cyberpunky a little bit. I that aesthetic for me is just a win for me. It can look blocky.
It's too square.
I don't mind.
The
I don't
graffiti of
mind
it. The graffiti of it looks sick. I will agree with that. I like the messy art style of it.
Mm-hmm.
That I like that aesthetic. I just wish the guns looked more polished.
Have you played Cyberpunk before?
Yeah.
It reminds me just of that.
I don't think the gun. I don't think
Cyberpunk still looks good. Like Cyberpunk still looks like an actual object.
We also have to remember that we're watching a YouTube video.
True.
And we're not actually seeing the game in front of us.
I also wouldn't say
that's two different things. We have to remember that.
I wouldn't say the guns look unpolished. It's just the style of the gun. Like I think, I think this is one of those things where like if you don't like it, I get it. Like don't get me wrong. Yeah. It's just I think it's unfair to call it unfinished or unpolished because you don't like it.
Right. That's
like because I agree with you. I don't love how the guns look. I like how the game itself is like the style it's going for. I'm okay with it. It doesn't bother me at all. I don't love the guns, but I wouldn't go as far to say like unpolished or unfinished.
And one thing that I want to take note is like Bungie has gone through layoffs, right?
Yes.
So who knows what impact that could have had on the overall game.
coming from Bungie themselves, one of the departments that always gets praised, no matter how the seasons are back in Destiny, no matter what the story is, the art direction and the art team are always praised because no matter how shit the gameplay is,
Mhm.
the art direction itself is always top tier. They knock it out of the park. The Skybox team alone always knock it out of the park. So I'm coming into this game expecting that level of detail of like, oh, the art team is gonna slap on this. And don't get me wrong, again, the Skybox team in Marathon and like the backgrounds, the little accents that they have all over the map, that top tier. I love that. I love all the little details that they go. The art team always goes hard. I'm just disappointed that at least in this beta, I think, was it a beta or an alpha?
Alpha.
Alpha. At least in this alpha, I'm not seeing that on the guns. I hope that changes. I hope they add more little details to it that like make it more obvious that it's intended to look like this. And
So let me give my thoughts real quick.
Go for it.
So I am, for one, excited for this game.
Mhm.
Not because, well, mainly it is because it's Bungie and the gunplay is good. I like the art style, but I think what I'm most excited for is to try not gonna say it. This probably is a new genre of shooter, an extraction shooter, which I have not had the like actual chance to play. Because every other extraction shooter I watch just doesn't do it for me. Like I have seen Tarkov, but Tarkov does nothing for me.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think the closest extraction shooter I would give a try is probably DMZ, but that's discontinued.
Yeah. Have you guys or have any of you played or seen gameplay of is it the game, The Call? What is it called?
Like the Call of the Wild,
not
like
the
those hunting games.
No.
not the
No.
finals, right?
No, not the finals.
Okay.
Oh, fuck. Okay, never mind. Come back to me. I gotta look this up. Come back to me.
So I was wanting to give DMZ a try, but apparently no one's playing that mode anymore. There's a rumor that the next game is going to be NW4. There's going to be like a 2.0 version of it, so we'll see how that goes. But I think I'm more excited to try the extraction part rather than the actual game. But I do like how the game looks.
Okay.
Mhm.
Um, I don't know if excited is the word that I would use. I'm not like I was never like super. I wasn't even hyped to begin with when I heard that they were working on this. Not necessarily like anything against Bungie or like the IP or anything like that. I just didn't care. Um, so now that we're starting to see kind of gameplay, we saw the cinematics. I think it looks good. I think it looks interesting enough. Um, I don't love everything about this art style, but like I said, it's just not for me. Whereas like my brother, as an example, loves everything about this art style and he loves the vibe they're going with and he's totally in. So it really just comes down to what you want and what your personal preference is. Whereas like for me, I gave a complaint about the guns and how they looked and he was on the opposite side of the fence. He's like, "Yeah, no, I like how they look. I like the things that they're doing." So it really, like I said, it just comes down to your personal preference and what you're looking for. And that's the only reason I said like it's unfair to say those things about it when it's just like realistically it's just not for us.
Let me just say, those guns sound great.
They do sound good.
Yeah.
They sound amazing. Sound team is excellent. Just saying.
Yeah.
Um
I found
yeah,
the game I was talking about. It's called The Cycle. It got shut down a while back, but a lot of the discourse I saw online about Marathon was that it feels a lot like that, where the gameplay is similar to it. The Not just because it's an extraction game, obviously the gameplay is going to be vaguely similar across the genre, but the exact like gameplay of it felt a lot like The Cycle. And unfortunately, that game isn't available anymore, so you can't even play it. But a lot of people that played that game um, compared it to this. And they were like, "Oh, this is like The Cycle all over again." But again, that was an indie game.
I don't fucking I don't even know what the cycle is.
I'm
It was
looking
like
at
2 years
this
ago.
right now. I don't see it. I'm sorry.
That I'm talking about gameplay wise. Apparently, that it plays very similar to it, where it's not the hardcore Tarkov gameplay. It's more casual, but it's still an extraction game.
Yeah, I mean that's what they were going for, anyways. That's what they said.
Yeah. I think they ultimately what they want to do is they get people who don't want to play Tarkov but are interested in extraction games to hop onto this.
I mean, for a $40 price tag,
Yeah.
I'm not going to complain.
Yeah, pretty much.
When Mario Kart World is damn near $100.
Yeah.
But yeah,
with taxes it will be.
Yeah, and then watching the gameplay, again, it looks fine. Like I don't think I have any issues with Bungie gameplay in a nutshell.
Mhm.
I think there's certain aspects about it that I'm not super happy about. Like this one is like I was telling Jeremy and I was telling my brother, this is something that I think I need to get my hands on and play to see how I actually feel. But I don't love the aspect of this extraction shooter and having like it be a hero shooter as well, where like depending on the character that you choose, that sets your abilities in there and whatnot. I don't love that. But again, like in my head, execution wise, that just sounds sloppy and annoying. But it could be good. Like I said, I want to try it, like actually give it a shot and play for like an hour or two before I actually give my final opinion on that. But I don't love how that looks. I don't love not having proximity chat, but we talked about it before this episode. The reason they don't want to is because it's like a toxicity reason. They think proximity chat is just innately invites a lot of toxicity into the game, and since they're, let's be real, it's not like a gameplay or developer issue. It's really a people issue. Given a proximity chat, they just do whatever the fuck they want. So I don't blame them for not including it. I don't love it because I think, despite what you say, I think proximity chat has given a really interesting and social aspect to gaming that other games have that aren't innately toxic. Like DayZ as an example, it's a more niche community and it has proximity chat, but like very rarely do you run across somebody who's just outwardly like an asshole or toxic. It just kind of depends where you are also.
Yeah.
But like as the other example is Call of Duty, and look how that is.
Jesus Christ,
and that's the thing, right? So like a lot of the vibes that I get from this game is that they want to make it more accessible to a wider audience. Like they want to get more and more people on it, and I think that definitely, like, cutting off game chat definitely helps that, because yes, some people can take it and yes, some people will be fine, but you don't want what is it? I think it's a lobby of 6 or 12. It's a small lobby, right?
It's a lobby
Of
of
actual players.
12.
It's like six teams, I think. So 18.
It's 6 teams.
people.
Oh, so 18. Yeah.
16, sorry, 18. Okay, yeah. So you don't want what 15 other people to stop playing the game because 3 of those people were being insanely toxic or disruptive to their experience. You know, because in a game like this, it's easy to grief too.
Yeah. Real quick, welcome to the chat, Daquan.
Hello.
Yeah, we're just talking about Marathon, giving our opinions. You know how it goes.
Yeah, that game should not cost a penny.
You think it should be free?
It should be, because we all know it's not going to be free.
No, we already know it's going to be $40.
Price tag. Yeah.
No, not that part. It's
the microtransactions.
Like microtransactions. Yeah, they're gonna have skins.
No,
yeah.
It's not even the skins. It's the combination of the issue of like all this comes from Tarkov, and Tarkov costs like what? There's like 2 tiers of Tarkov. You can get it for $40, or you can get it for like $80 or something like that.
There's multiple tiers.
There's a bunch of other ones. Yeah,
there's multiple tiers.
Yeah, there's
but
like a couple of tiers.
Cheapest is $40.
It's like $40, but like that's it. The only other thing that Tarkov has really even had has been the arena, and that was controversial. And I think eventually they just said like, "Here you go," and like certain things occurred with that.
Yeah, it's still $20.
Yeah.
But for Tarkov, that game has been out for like what, 4 or 5 years?
It's been like
4 or 5 years, and they've only had 1 DLC.
No, it's been 6 because I got it in 2019, and I wasn't even brand new at that point.
6 years, 1 DLC. When they did drop something, it was like what? Like you mentioned, it's like $20.
It's $20
like for arena. Bungie, in the time that Destiny 2 has been out, has released 10 expansions. And each of
Right.
those expansions are upwards of $50 on launch.
Mhm.
Plus, the base game was $60. So, like, there's no world where I see this game being $40
And just
justified
only
for the fact that
$40.
exactly. And then the moment they said like, "Oh, you're gonna have different operators or different runners," it's like, of course you're gonna make people pay for this shit. Of course you are. Of course there's gonna be an expansion with specific runners. There's gonna be areas that have specific runners. So then they can justify, well, gameplay. So we need to sell this for $60, and then it's like next thing you know, all the expansions within like the next 2 years are gonna put the game at costing almost $240.
Right.
So like,
I mean,
I don't buy.
I can see your point of, I can see your argument of why it should be free to play.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
I 100%.
Yeah, I don't disagree.
I don't buy it.
But I wanna,
yeah.
I kind of want to answer, well, not answer, but touch upon like Chris's thing. So the game comes out in September.
Mm.
From now to September,
Mhm.
I don't see a possible way
Mhm.
that they can redo the entire art style of the game. There's just no physical way. There's
No,
just no
again-
way.
You're not.
Again, the
There's
art
just-
style,
so-
the art style itself is fine. Literally the only thing I have an issue with is the way the guns look. The skybox,
there's
the
no-
graffiti, all that I'm cool with. It's
There's no
the
physical
gun.
way that they can even change that. It's gonna take too much time to go through
Yeah.
all that. Like the gun, the guns, the attachments. Just there's no way.
Like just to give an insight, just for these live service titles to even have a skin on the market for an existing gun, the skin for the existing gun can take like 8 months.
Yeah.
Like a skin, not the actual like let's design this gun. It's like
Mhm.
we just want to wrap this thing. 8 months.
Because you have to
So,
go
like,
back to the
there-
starting board, right? You have to go through concept, and then you have to
Exactly.
reiterate on that, and design, and reiterate on that. That's just too much money
Yeah.
at that point.
They don't have time. They definitely don't have time. But I think this thing has more problems than the art
But-
direction.
But the proximity chat, that could
Mhm.
work. That could happen before
That's
launch.
easy. That's
Yeah, that's not that
definitely
bad.
an easy conversation.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like I said, I'm not exactly excited, but I'm willing to give it a shot because it could be good.
Right, because we need the game in our hands to, like,
Yeah.
actually form a concrete opinion and not watch it through YouTube. Yeah. So
Yeah, for sure.
I think the game is trash.
Even
I think it's
so-
going to be trash.
Oh, it's gonna be like, what's that game you just told? We talked about it before we got on here, Alan. The one that just came out.
Frag
something?
Punk.
Frag Punk.
Yeah. We were talking
Yeah.
about how that one had like 100,000 on peak, and then now it's
It's
struggling to keep 20. Yeah.
It's like
Yeah,
10,
that's
11K.
That's marathon.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's marathon. It's on the way because it's,
I don't see that.
so the problem is they think that there's a buying power because it is Bungie doing a thing, and they tend to forget that even their last DLC, what was it? Final Shape. Final Shape definitely gave them a decent boost. Like I was like going over the
Mhm.
numbers a few days ago. Like every time they launched a DLC or expansion, it would give them a boost. Final Shape was like one of their largest boosts, but the numbers are still going down. So like even if it takes them injecting these expansions and it gives them like a little something, overall the Destiny formula is played out.
But isn't
And-
isn't it expected the numbers to go down after expansion is out, the seasons are done,
Mhm.
people are done with the story? Isn't it expected that the numbers go down to some degree?
Yeah,
Yes.
but
Sorry.
you want
I
me
was
to
just
go? Or
gonna
you
say.
want to go?
Let me just say something real quick. Yes, it is expected, but even this last expansion, the numbers fell. I think it was like 25% more, and it was more drastic than it was in any other expansion. So
Yeah.
it wasn't just the fact that it peaked at a good level, because I think it was right up there with the Witch Queen, which was the last big expansion that brought in a bunch of players.
Mhm.
Even when you compare that one to this one, the fall off was way more drastic for this one.
Gotcha. I'm trying to think, like in terms of 14. like obviously when the expansion comes out, numbers boost and like their queues are like in the fucking thousands.
Right.
As far as drop off after, I don't know. I don't feel it sometimes because we do roulettes and like dungeons, so like shit just pops. I don't know. I don't know how you feel about that. What do you feel about that, Alan? How you think? What do you think?
It's noticeable, man. I think it depends on what you're doing and where you're doing it, because that also depends on server. Like
Oh yeah,
for Dynamis, you can tell when people aren't playing.
Dynamis is like probably the only server that's like just
But
dead.
even
Yeah.
like as an example, you use Party Finder. Looking at
Mhm.
Party Finder, unless it's like week 1, week 2, even a month 1, and then like when you start getting to week 5, 6 of like a Savage raid, like especially since Dawn Trail and like the later half of Endwalker, you would notice the player drop. Like less and less people were doing the content. Less and less people were just playing. Like before, when Shadowbringers was around and like the beginning of Endwalker, even you would still have a bunch of people in Party Finder doing like either older content or helping newer people. And like you really witness it. Like you don't. It's not like so drastic. Like, oh my god, there's less people in this area when I load in. It's nothing like that. But it's
Yeah.
like the little signs that show you that less people are playing, and it's noticeable.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's probably like one of the main concerns I do have in Marathon is like player retention between Marathon and Destiny. Like how are they gonna keep players playing?
Well, they're insane for the fact of like they've sat down to say like we don't want the Destiny player base.
Yeah.
Like, and also the reason I brought up about that number thing is Destiny 2, whether they want to admit it or not, it is an MMO. Like it straight up is an MMO. There's no other definition
The
for
way
this
it
damn
functions
game.
is an MMO.
Yeah, it is an MMO. And
How
if
dare
we're
you? No, yeah.
yeah, and if we're looking at the actual numbers, Destiny as of like 30 minutes ago, 25,000 players.
Mhm.
ESO is at 20,000 players. And I just keep in mind like they've had a big expansion in the past like while for ESO, but their numbers are just consistent. They stay around
They are
20,000 players.
consistent. Yep.
It kind of doesn't matter what happens here. But for Destiny, it's like unless good content is up, it just keeps going down.
Mhm.
So if you have a bleeding player base, and then on top of that, you're like, oh, well, we want to make a new game, but we don't want that player base at all. Like Elder Scrolls Online would not have had a platform if there was not a Elder Scrolls fan base. It just wouldn't. And even for what Marathon is, the
No.
people who do like Marathon, all like 2,000 of them who understand what
Let's
the
be real,
premise
bro.
is.
It's dozens.
Dozens, maybe, right? Like dozens. It's like they don't have a footing to actually launch this game other than is Bungie. And so far, that's not a good reason. It's just not anymore. So like I don't think it's going to have any type of staying power, just like Fragpunk. I think it's going to be kind of funny for like maybe a month, 2 months, to like, yeah, there's a new game out, and then it's like, yeah, but it's just Destiny with toys.
It really is going to
And
come down to
yeah,
the once the game comes out, because let's be real, it's going to be improved, but not like that much. It's not that much time.
no, not
But
at all.
and like I said, I don't think it's like horrible by any means. I think it'll be fine. But what's really going to help, the only way this game is going to be successful after launch is immediately essentially like giving an incentive for people to keep playing, like a roadmap with like actual good content and things of that nature. But again, I don't know how much they've done. According to people that were there playing, they already have a roadmap with all these things on there. But again, what about gameplay wise? Like, what's the gameplay loop? Is it super similar? Is it going to feel super stale after even a week? So really, it's going to come down to really what it's going to come down to. It's not even like Bungie's game designer or anything. It's going to be like, it's going to be just like the issue they're having now is like player retention and their plans for the game on like how to improve it or change it. Because I think
Yeah.
with a game like this, especially with you trying to be a little bit more casual, and let's be real, you're going to have battle passes, you're going to have skins, but
Pretty
what's
much.
going to be the reason I'm going to come back? Like, it can't just be, I'm going to play with some friends for a little bit to go play a shooter in an extraction game mode. It has to be something else. Like, and according to people that were
Especially if you're
playing, there's
paying.
like events and the raids and there's stuff that makes it like feel fresh. But like,
Mhm.
how long do you have to play before you go through all of those? And then you're just like, oh, it's just this event. oh, we got to go do this because it's this event.
Yeah.
So like
I am concerned.
realistically, it's the variety is my main concern. Like, what are we gonna do
I-
here?
I'm also concerned that there's no campaign.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
all PvP
Well, yeah.
and
So
like multiplayer. So yeah.
just real quick, I know like what I've heard is that one of the main reasons they don't want Destiny players to just be the entire base for this game is because one of the things that Destiny players love to do, and I'm guilty of this, is keep every single thing we ever get.
Yep.
We hate when the decision to keep something is taken away from us, and the way that this game is going to be set up, that's going to happen every time there's a new season, right? Like everything
Oh,
is reset.
it's not seasons.
Eh,
There's
Well,
just gonna
not
be like
seasons.
monthly wipes.
Yeah.
I think it's monthly. It's like regular wipes.
But
Yeah.
that's my point. Like you're gonna take this away from the one fan base that like loses their shit anytime they can't hoard all the guns and all the like armors and stuff like that. So that's one big reason for it. The other thing that I saw that was a huge criticism for it was that this is not doing anything new.
No, it's not.
Whenever there's
No.
like anything that expands on like extraction shooters, battle
It just all goes back to Tarkov.
royales, battle royales, or like anything like that, they had something new, right? Something like it hooks you in, like either a gameplay loop, like Alan said, or like a game mechanic. Like with like as much as we hate it or love it, Fortnite added building, that was fucking massive because there was no other game that had that. And you have other instances of stuff doing that, but this one is so straight by the book that it doesn't add anything, and it's coming from a AAA studio that has resources to come up with something cool.
You want to know why they didn't have to? And realistically, like as much as I don't like it, because again, it's not like the most creative option, but realistically speaking, them having the hero shooter aspect to an extraction shooter, and then the fact that they'll be on consoles is probably enough for like a lot of people if it's a good game, because you can't play Tarkov on console. A lot of those extraction shooters you can't play on console. Now, I get it. I don't think it's enough, but it could be.
Not enough. Yeah, the crazy part with all this too is for that conversation about Destiny is even if the player base has a specific notion of what they want from your previous titles, like nobody played the people that played Destiny also were the Halo fan base.
Yeah.
And that's a very different experience. But people just expected this is a good game from an amazing developer. That's what should be carrying over from your player base. Especially when you are literally known for making one thing, first person shooters with items when you kill something. That is all Bungie ever does. That's it. So like even if the Destiny player base does want to hold on to their loot, that's not enough of a reason for you to exclude that group.
Yeah, no.
That makes absolutely no sense. It's like this is your breadwinner. If you get an injection of 100,000 players every time you appease this group, like from a marketing, from any type of exactly, you should do that every time. It's so dumb, and it doesn't cannibalize either because no one is playing Destiny consistently. You can see it through the charge. So like they can play
like
Marathon,
trust me, the people that are still playing Destiny are going to come back for expansions, and then you want them on Marathon. Like that's what you should be doing.
Like it's so weird to me. Like I can't fathom.
That kind of reminds me of like Rocksteady. You go through years and years of making Batman games, and all of a sudden you make this Suicide Squad game, which is not in your wellhouse.
And it's not for the Batman fan base.
Not for the Batman fans.
It's like who is this for? Like who is this actually freaking for? I think they fail, right? I think they've already failed. And this was just one of those, well, we just want to put out something that maybe can do something, and then we'll see. And we're not really putting all that much stake into it. Because I can't imagine looking at that game that they've put hundreds of millions of dollars into it. I cannot imagine that being the case. And if it is, the entire leadership needs to be fired. Like that's horrible. Like and it's only one map, right?
As far as we know, it's multiple maps, but they've only shown one.
Yeah, they've only shown one, but they're supposed to come out with 3 or 4 maps, I think, when it launches.
I can't even imagine this being in that. It blows my mind that you have a player base and you say it's not for you. Like Good example again. I'm talking about. I mean, even Final Fantasy, right? Like, just look at Final Fantasy and ESO or Elder Scrolls. Normally, single player experiences. The online version comes out, and it's still for that fan base.
Oh,
All it says
100%.
is, "Hey,
Yeah.
look,
100%. Yeah.
this is the shit you guys love, but you're not going to be the central character. You play with other people. So we found a way to help you out and bring in people who love this genre." Boom, success.
Not to mention, I
Everywhere,
can't
success.
imagine the countless number of people that they've brought into their other games through those online
Exactly.
experiences. Like I can
Pretty
tell you,
much.
there's like before Final Fantasy 14, I'd never touched a Final Fantasy, and now I've played
Yeah.
through most of them.
Like the more successful design should have just been, here is Destiny, except it is almost only raids, and then there's an overland to where you fight other players to get engrams. And then we go ahead and say we're going to have a separate campaign game for Marathon so people can understand what the hell this game is, because again, all dozen people out there knows what the damn story is. So it's like, this should have been a separate experience for actual understanding what the hell Marathon is, and this should have just been a Destiny raid system that works like Tarkov. But like, I don't. The
Yeah.
time sink,
And
dude.
like I
I
said,
don't know why we burn money like
Since we got a
this.
bunch of
It's
other things to talk
actually-
about, I didn't want it to be just a marathon centric podcast
Yeah.
episode. We'll wrap it up
Yeah.
here. Like I said, Jeremy's excited. I'm pretty open minded. Daquan hates
I'm
it.
cautiously.
Chris is
Yeah,
cautiously open minded.
Jeremy, I'm gonna watch you play. So you stream it here, and I'll watch you play.
We'll give it a
If I
shot
get
and
it-
we'll
if I get
see.
the code, I'll stream it for you.
Yeah,
Dude.
we'll see what it actually ends up being. Like I said, it's really gonna hinge on once it releases, because the player base is gonna be there. Like, we're gonna be real. Like, the content creators that are covering it, there's gonna be a sizable player base that will at least play the game on day one, and it's gonna come down to Bungie and their plan to their mission starts the minute that game drops. Like, what they do after that will then hinge if that game is successful or not.
Real quick.
Mhm.
The launch day for this title is the same launch day as the what is it called? Oh my god, the new movie just came out. The
Which one?
other looter shooter game that has the funny little robot.
Borderlands.
Borderlands. Yeah, they
Wait,
come
are
out
you
the same
serious?
day.
Oh, they're crazy.
That's
they want to launch the
insane.
same time as
That's
Borderlands
insane.
4.
Mhm.
I'm sorry. That's insane.
That's actually crazy, because
That's
that's not a
crazy.
good. That's not a good
That's-
window.
That's
This
not
is
a.
about to be an Overwatch and a Battleborn conversation.
Yeah.
And Borderlands is Overwatch this
Oh my
time.
God.
Dude, I never thought that I would sit here and say that a Borderlands is going to be the better choice over like a Bungie title.
But it
Yes.
will be.
But it
That's
probably will
Borderlands.
be because it's Borderlands. Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess
That's
we'll
insane.
I guess we'll see. Because not everyone plays Borderlands. But
No, but it's gonna definitely be an easy compare, because
Yeah, it's the
even
same day.
Borderlands 3 had a healthy player count.
Yeah,
Like,
it did.
it has a healthy player count, versus like you trying to do some nonsense over here. And it's like, we just want to see what happens, and then you're launching it when a fresh with new systems Borderlands 4 comes out. It's like, nah,
and it's looking pretty
you're-
good. So
and it's looking good. Like, nah, they're screwed. They're
So
definitely
to
screwed.
move on, we'll stick to the ESO. Apparently, all those rumors and leaks of Oblivion remake is actually happening, and they were planning on shadow dropping it as early as tomorrow for us. So Oblivion
No
remake,
comment.
and
No
I'm gonna be real.
No, there's
I'm a-
your
I'm
boy
a-
Todd Howard's out there, bro.
Yeah,
Nah,
that's
no
all
comment.
Daquan, bro. That's your boy.
No comment. No comment.
Oh,
I'm gonna be
Oh,
real.
my-
Oblivion is my first Elder Scrolls growing up.
Mhm.
And never once in my life, despite how much fun I had in that game, have I said, damn, I wish they'd remake Oblivion.
Yeah, no, that's for the new generation that has never even felt like trying it because of the way it looks.
Mm.
But
I mean, it does look like trash. So
I mean, I'm gonna be real. With the way that Starfield and these other things are looking, I'm assuming it's not gonna be much better.
it's probably not going to be much better. Yeah, it's
even
not.
Skyrim looks like trash. So you know.
I mean, Skyrim does look like trash, but it's magical trash.
It's-
You know what? It's a
magical trash.
special. It's its own special kind of trash. You're
is
not
its
wrong.
own special
It's a
kind of
whole
trash.
dumpster fire for me.
It's like, have you ever had dumpster
God.
ice cream? I think it's called garbage ice cream, where they kind of like just throw everything in.
Oh
that
yeah,
thing.
every
Oh,
flavor,
yeah.
But it works when you eat it. It's
Mhm.
like, this works. That's Skyrim. It's like dumpster. It's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
dumpster ice.
And
You don't want it all
according
the time.
to
I can't
according
with you, dude.
to according to quote unquote trusted sources,
Trust this.
they're also planning on remaking Fallout 3. That's the next one, according to the rumors and leaks going around.
That one I can have a comment about because I have no idea. But the other one I can't. I'm not gonna say anything. But
Right.
The Fallout 3 would be a good idea.
I
That's
think
not a bad
Fallout
idea.
3 is actually a good idea. I do think it's one of their better games. Now, because realistically, when it comes down to it, Todd Howard on multiple occasions has talked about how much he doesn't like New Vegas. But alongside one of their most successful Fallout games that they've ever made, alongside New Vegas, is 3. And so if you want the Fallout audience to essentially come back and give you more money, Fallout 3 is the best option. It's either that or Fallout 1 and 2, which, let's be real, they're never going to do.
Well, 76 has been doing pretty decent.
76 player count has grown over time.
Yeah.
Yes. But for those that want the single player experience, it's 3. And again, I love that game. It's one of my favorite. Like you said, it was on my list for one of my favorite games of that time. Again, I never once thought I wanted a remake, but hey, I'll play it.
Oh my God, they got 12,000 people playing Fallout 76 on Steam.
There you go.
Wow.
And now, before
That's
you
crazy.
ask if it's true, it is. Fortnite's getting Darth Jar Jar.
Hell yeah.
That is fantastic. I
Yeah.
can't wait to see that.
Yeah, that's
I'm
gonna
not
be
gonna play
fucking
it,
great.
I'm not gonna buy it, but I'm definitely gonna.
Oh,
look
I
at
am not gonna play it or buy it, but I want to see it. I want to see
I
it.
do want it. Yeah.
And so I don't know if you guys have
God.
seen. There's a shit ton of Star Wars news coming out right now.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I don't know why.
It's for like an
It's for
event
May
or
the
something.
4th.
Yeah, it's because obviously next.
Oh, May
yeah.
the 4th be with
Yeah,
you.
yeah,
I
yeah.
see.
So it's coming up. So they're just releasing a bunch of shit. Like Star Wars Visions is getting another season, which I'm excited for because I actually
yeah.
do like those. They're really well done. Star Wars Zero Company, which is actually something I'm now excited
that
for.
game.
Yeah, it's a single player tactics turn based game made by the people, well, some of the ex developers from XCOM. I'm actually excited for that, and it sounds good. The way that the little bit that they've shown has been pretty interesting, but they've also released a shit ton of other stuff. But I wanted to cover that one, those two specifically, because Zero Company actually looks like it's going to be a good Star Wars game that's not fucking centered around the whole, what I'm now going to call the Disneyverse.
Yeah.
And
Unpopular opinion here.
Yeah.
I want Star Wars to die.
Do you want it to
that
die
version of
because
it,
you
or just the whole thing? Sorry.
No, the whole thing. Like I think, and this is just tiny little injection of my bullshit for the morning.
Yeah.
Stuff like Harry Potter, Star Wars, Lord of the Rings, they need to die. They need to die. They need to die like Twilight died, right? Like Twilight was great when it happened, and now it's done. There's no more shows. There's no more fucking movies. There's no more.
You want to know?
There's an
You want to know?
animated series coming out.
Yeah, there's an animated series. It's not over
Are you
yet.
serious?
Yes.
I'm dead serious. Yeah.
So
I think it's
I-
Netflix.
so-
that's bringing it.
I'm
No.
gonna half agree with you, Daquan. Not because I want those series to go away, because I personally love them, but I think because people are putting so much focus and creativity towards these things to try to make them interesting instead of just having their own original IP.
Just making some
I
new
think that's
shit.
I think that's why it should go away.
Yeah, just make new shit. Like it's so insane.
Fair.
They have the money. They have the people. Make new shit.
They're
Like, video
creative.
games do it.
Just do it.
Yeah.
Make new shit. Like I
Like
don't
you can
understand.
have things that are similar enough. That's fine, but like new shit,
Yeah.
please.
new shit. That's all we gotta do is some new shit.
People
And
are
not
they're
held
afraid,
back.
they're afraid to make new shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because
yeah, it's
the,
not-
just continuing to build on an existing IP is more secure and better money.
even Gears. Why are we getting E-Day?
Yeah,
Nobody asked for this.
I just
Like,
wanted
this
Gear
should have
6.
Gear like E-Day should have been before they made what was that spin-off one that they made?
Judgment.
Judgment. Yeah,
Tactics.
E-Day should have been Judgment. That's what E-Day should have been. It should have been that damn game. It's like who like like money. Just
Hey, At
money.
least I know when I play a PlayStation game, every few years there's gonna be some type of new IP.
That is a
Sure.
positive. I hate
Yeah.
PlayStation.
I
but
hate. Yeah,
Sony
I was about to
does
say
that.
they are consistently at least bringing
Just
in new IPs, whether it's good
They
or
are.
not. They're bringing in new
Exactly.
stuff,
They're bringing in new
so I
shit.
can't
They are.
blame them for that. So I brought this on. We're gonna go on to the next topic. The Nintendo Switch is not going up in price due to tariffs, but they're gouging you everywhere else. So all the
Well, we won't know that
accessories.
until the retailer gets it though. 'Cause
Well,
retailer gets
retailer could raise it up. But they said Nintendo themselves aren't gonna raise up the price because of the tariffs on the Switch themselves. That's what they said. So it's gonna be the 450, still too much. 450
That is
or
too much.
500 for the Mario Kart bundle.
That's insane.
And then, but they raised the price everywhere else. So a Nintendo Pro controller is now going to cost you $85.
Oh,
A Joy-Con is good. The Joy-Con pair, just the Joy-Cons, is now $95.
bro.
The grip
The
that
non-scout
charges,
price, by the
yeah,
way.
non-scalped.
Non-scout.
And then the strap is $14. The strap,
Shouldn't the strap come with the damn controller?
in case you lose
This
it.
is extra straps. Yeah, extra.
That is actually crazy. That's actually insane.
The camera is now $55 to stream in
That
480p.
shitty camera?
Yes.
Who's gonna buy this camera?
The
Why
dock,
don't you
if
just
you
use your
if you
regular
break if you break your dock or you have to get a new one, is now $120.
That's insane.
The AC
Mhm.
adapter for the Switch, instead of just getting, a phone charger because it just takes USB-C anyways,
Bro, that's like the
$35.
That's like the MacBook monitor thing costs like $1,000.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
I will say this though about the AC adapter. If it's anything like the original Switch when it came out, you would want to get the Nintendo one because when the Switch first came out, people were just using USB-C chargers and they were frying their Switches because of it. Because
Yeah.
it has some like weird thing going on with the.
It's just like
with the
Apple with
voltage.
their stupid USB-C. It just
Yeah,
doesn't work
yeah.
for anything. It's just the same shit. They just want you to spend
Yeah.
money
We
on their
probably do
products.
proper like energy monitoring with theirs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's one thing, and then on top of it, they're now introducing daily logins for the Switch 2 only the Switch 2 version of Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, and it's only through the Nintendo app.
That's dumb.
So you now get daily login bonuses where you get to do a little slot machine, and then you get a random bonus every day, including
why does that-
health,
Yeah, 12
I-
apples.
repair one
that-
item,
That makes me so excited.
Why does
and-
everyone have this? Like,
and then on
I'm
top
so
of that,
happy I get-
on top
money.
of that, the Breath of the Wild Switch 2 edition will not have the DLC.
Man, you know what I really wanted?
Hmm.
The slot machine daily logins. That's
Yeah.
what I wanted. That's what I want in all of my games right now.
no one
14.
wants-
The first Berserker.
Mhm.
You know what? Put that shit in Cyberpunk. Fuck.
Right.
I'll play it.
Wait, the
Shit.
first Berserker has this?
No, I'm joking.
No,
dude.
he's joking.
Oh, I was about to say, please no.
So
'cause,
yeah, Nintendo is off the deep end, and they're not out of touch. Is no longer in the conversation. They're on another
No.
planet. They think they own
Yeah.
everything, and they can get away with whatever they want. And the worst part about it
Sadly
is,
enough,
people
You
will
are
still
going
buy
to
it.
do it.
They
They're going
will.
to get
They
away
will.
with it.
Yep.
They're going to get away with it.
So
Oh my
there
God.
are certain locations in the UK and EU that are quote unquote fighting back. They have been told that the suggested pricing from Nintendo for their games being $85 and $90 for Mario Kart. Donkey Kong is $70 or $65, and it drops down to $3 if you go digitally.
Mhm.
So digital is cheaper. Big surprise. And
Digital is
the
cheaper.
stores themselves said, "Fuck you, we're not doing that," and they're listing them at $60. Not all
Wow.
stores, but certain stores.
Obviously. Yeah.
Well, that's a loss at the store then, because they're buying it.
Yeah.
And I don't understand that conversation, but
I don't either.
that's wild. That's actually wild. That's crazy.
So that's what's going on over in Nintendo World at the moment.
Nintendo World actually sounds like a place, and it bothers me.
Yep. Unfortunately, it's just all Nintendo products. That's Nintendo World. There's a reason I don't.
I have been there. It's not very. It's not very good.
There's an actual
Yeah.
Nintendo World.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In
there is.
Universal Studios. It's,
Yeah.
it's
There's one
smaller.
in Japan too.
You know, it's smaller than you think. I walked in there thinking it's gonna be like this huge theme park.
No,
very
it's
small.
it's pretty small for children.
Yeah.
We have fallen. We have straight up fallen. Okay.
There's a reason I no
That's,
longer really buy Nintendo products, but it's just me.
I
So Skull and Bones is still a thing.
It is. I'm happy. I'm
Why?
happy.
Why?
Skull and Bones is
Because-
still a thing. And hold on. It's getting land combat now.
Not bad.
Interesting.
Not bad. Okay, bro. Let me hear your
Not
reasoning.
bad. My reason is because even if it is trash, right? Even if it's not as good as other products, it's not another Assassin's Creed. So
You're right.
I am.
It's a
happy
new
for the
IP,
fact of-
and it's
It's a
around.
new IP, and it's there. So I'm like, you know what? Learn
So
And
that's
from that
clearly-
that's your line. Gotcha.
Well,
Okay.
That's it.
and at the end of the
I
day,
just
bro,
want
like
something
they've
new.
already spent all that money and it's there.
Exactly.
And guess
Yeah,
what?
do
Like they're
something.
the only reason they're updating it and not shutting it down is because there's a player base. Someone's playing it.
Pretty much. Someone's playing it on console more than
I
likely.
don't.
Because
I
they
don't.
got like 1,000 people.
Yeah, no, I don't. I don't like it. I think it's dumb and a waste of time. But hey, I'm happy if you like it. This one's kind of random. It's Zelda Zone Zero is now officially on Xbox in June.
Mhm.
I didn't know it wasn't on Xbox. But then they had like a whole showcase for Xbox on their channel. It was like a 1 hour presentation.
Of
Wow.
gameplay that already exists.
Yeah, they were
Yeah.
just showing off for the people that were Xbox only.
It's just weird to me. I'm like, what? Why?
I
even
thought
have
it
a
was
whole block
crazy.
of
Like
this?
I would be just like, hey, Xbox, just make a small little trailer. Like, hey, Zelda Zone
Yeah,
Zero
like, it's available now.
is available on this date. And if you want to know more, there's a whole YouTube channel of Zelda Zone Zero with all their trailers
Exactly.
and everything.
Or
So it's
just
like,
give your top streamers and say they streamed this damn game. You
and like I
can
said,
watch
I
these
didn't
guys now, or-
I didn't watch the stream because again, it was like 45 minutes to an hour. So
Yeah.
I don't know if they showed off Xbox specific features. I highly doubt it.
Mhm.
But that's up
But
there.
what features would
I
you?
don't know.
It's the same thing with fucking Valorant when that came to damn Xbox, and it's
Yeah.
like, or came to console, whatever they're
Consoles.
doing. Console is looking like here's a whole expo of Valorant on the console. It's like, bro, it's fucking Valorant on
If you
controller.
don't know what Valorant at this point,
Right.
Like,
I don't know-
why
I
is
don't know what
this
to tell you.
important? It just shows you there's nothing else to talk about.
Rippick, back to Skull and Bones. As of right now, there's only 700 people playing this game. So who is this game for?
The console
It's for them
players.
700 people. The console players too. Yeah, we're not even talking about them. They probably have like 30,000 players in total. Probably got 30.
I wish there was a way to look at that.
Console
that stat.
players, yeah, I wish to.
Because I mean that's a game for console people anyway. I would assume it's very like slow paced. It's just get here. It's like
Like-
Sea of Thieves, right? Like,
Yeah.
it's that same player base. So I just,
Okay.
I don't know.
All
I'm
right.
just happy that they've done something and it's not like an Assassin's
Just thrown
Creed title.
away. And
Or like a throwaway because it didn't work out. Like they support For Honor, they support this one. So I'm like, all right, thumbs up. Let's keep this going.
so now on to things I actually find interesting and we can be more positive about. Maybe not Daquan, he's a hater.
Nice.
There's a new investigative horror game called No, I'm Not Human. It's a very interesting first-person style and it's very creepy looking. But to give you like a general rundown that I got from the trailer, body snatchers are invading the world or the town, city you're in or whatever, and you're like a detective going around and like interviewing people to try to find out who's human and who's not. And so you like look at their eyes, you like look, you talk to them, you try to. It seems like a really cool idea, and it just genuinely seems like a pretty chill like horror game with some like elements that aren't just like jump scares. So like it's a different take on a horror game, and I was like, I'm excited. I think that's a pretty cool idea. I hope it does well.
So I'm watching the bit of gameplay here.
Yeah,
It looks interesting.
yeah, it's very unique. Like I said, I saw it and I thought it was interesting, and I was like, I'd be down. I mean, I'd give it a shot. So I am excited to see how that one turns out. The next one,
Critical Flex.
yeah, the next one is Post Trauma. Post Trauma comes out in 2 days, so I will be trying it. Post Trauma has a lot of influence from PS2 horror games. So think Silent Hill, Resident Evil, Fatal Frame, static camera, survival horror. You're like a train conductor in your mid 40s and you get stuck in this train station. You're trying to investigate what's going on. And then you kind of start experiencing weird shit where the world you're in is getting stuck between like reality and hell. So there's a lot of like actual like Silent Hill elements there. And again, it seems like it's pretty well made. It seems really interesting. I mean, I think it's more for people that are into that genre of game, like the survival horror of the Silent Hill style. And I think because other than Silent Hill 2's remake, the last few Silent Hills haven't been very good. We haven't gotten a Resident Evil in that style since Resident Evil 4. And we haven't gotten a new Fatal Frame. So it's just like, I think if you're a fan of those games, this is who it's for. So I hope it does well. I hope it looks good. Obviously, I haven't looked at reviews or gameplay, anything like that.
That's interesting.
Yeah, this one is the next wave of Xbox Game Pass games that were introduced in the second half of April. They've introduced more than just these, but just to give you like a general like list of notable games that are being added to the Game Pass, Expedition 33 is on there. The new Modern
Comes out
Warfare,
this Thursday.
it
Can't
comes out
wait.
Thursday. I already pre-installed it. Thank you, Game Pass. Modern Warfare 2, the new one, it has just been added in. GTA 5 is now part of the Game Pass. Far Cry 4, Anno 1800, and Neon White, which I've heard is a very good game.
That is a very good game.
Yeah.
That
So
is.
there's, I mean, honestly, like we say it every time we talk about it.
Which one?
There's
Neon White?
Neon White is the
It's the
indie
card
developer.
game.
Yeah, it's the card game. It's like a roguelike.
Yeah. It's what Frag.
Oh,
is
this
copying.
game.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, pretty much.
yeah,
It was like, oh,
this
Frag's
is
doing something so new. It's like, no, they just
No.
looked at Neon White and said,
Right.
let's do that.
this is not for me.
They said,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's fair. It's a good game though, and I think we
It
say
is.
it every time. If you got a PC or you got an Xbox, Game Pass is probably best money
Pretty
well
much.
spent. It's a deal. You get to play so much for a small fee.
Mm-hmm.
And now on to Assassin's Creed Shadows. Assassin's Creed Shadows has actually been a massive hit for Ubisoft, despite the loud minority on Twitter, Reddit, and some journalist posts. I want to be happy for them because they released a good game for once, but at the same time, they just continue to be Ubisoft outside of that, so I can't really support them.
And what do you mean? Wait,
I don't even think they've released a good game, but
and this is the first Assassin's Creed that's not like very buggy, so that's a
Yeah.
positive.
I mean, everyone that's played
Yeah.
Assassin's Creed Shadows has told me like nothing but like really good reviews.
Mm-hmm.
So,
interesting.
yeah, that's
So,
why.
I'll be playing it at some point. So
And I hate to say this, but normally there's one person I take a look at for some of these reviews is Skill Up,
Yeah.
and I think his review makes some of the most sense after watching other people play that game. I
Okay.
don't. I think it's very much. I think it's only good for people that don't play Yasuke. Like most of the people are probably going to play the Asian chick, which is like, and I think that was his statement is pretty much if you want the definitive experience, just play the other character, because there's a bunch of stuff Yasuke cannot do.
Oh, so it's dependent on who you're playing.
It depends on who you're playing. Yeah. So I'm
Damn.
pretty sure, especially given its audience, which is American audience, they're looking like, oh, I get to play an Asian lady. Yeah, let's do this. They're going
Well,
to stay on the ninja the entire time.
according to online reports and things of that nature, it's also popular in Japan. Like it's doing really well
It's
over there.
very, very popular. Yeah.
Oh, that's actually interesting because they
Yeah.
were having a lot of issues.
Yeah, and I said
Japanese
despite
stuff.
all that, it's been like nothing but positive reviews on that side.
I think they're more worried about people who are touring to Japan, trying to do all this dumb shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, but there's the same thing for like Assassin's Creed Odyssey and some of these other titles are like Origins. Like none of the other countries were worried like, oh, you're going to show up to Egypt and start trying to steal our shit from our tombs. It's like people been doing that. You're gonna come to Rome, you're gonna mess up like all these other little areas. It's like, well, we've been doing that. It's good. They're
Right.
gonna deface. They're gonna peel your
I don't know.
statues.
Like I said, I want to play the game. I think I like Yasuke's playstyle a lot more than Naoi's. Even though I know Naoi is the more Assassin's Creed character. I'm gonna play Yasuke for sure.
Yeah, but it's odd that you again cannot just like climb to the top of a location. You have to get to like halfway through the climb and then swap over to Naue just so she can do a grapple hook and hop up top. And then swap back to Yasuke once you've already climbed somewhat down. Like it's like
Well, I haven't played the game, so
like what? I don't know. There's some weird. It messes with game flow with the boundaries on certain things. It's just a bit odd.
No, I mean I
yeah.
get it, but I mean clearly most people don't care.
People like it.
Yeah.
People like it. So whoever enjoys it, I'm gonna just make the statement that people can enjoy whatever junk food they want.
Right.
So that's
Like for me, I haven't played an Assassin's Creed since
Origins.
maybe Brotherhood, one of those. It's before 4. I didn't play 4,
Which one is
and
4?
4
Black
is
Flag.
Black Flag.
Black Flag. Oh, I didn't even play Black
I
Flag.
just finished Black Flag.
So
this
I
year.
stopped playing Assassin's Creed before Black Flag, and I haven't played anything since because I was just tired of the formula and I just didn't want to play another one.
Bro,
I played
Origins
Odyssey.
is fantastic.
I played Odyssey is good. Origins is good. Valhalla is trash. Mirage is actually okay.
Yeah, Mirage is okay.
Why?
Oh, that's another thing, which is odd. It did, I ain't gonna say anything about it, but like, you can't actually just assassinate people anymore. Like, it's not the same as like you just jump down and like you murk somebody. It's
Yeah.
do you have you?
I
Are
think
you
in
high
Shadows,
enough level?
I think in Shadows is an option to like one shot people to assassination.
Well, that's only at
I
a
think there's
certain level.
No, I think there's a setting for the entire game. I could be wrong, but I think there's a setting to one shot assassinate.
That should just be. They need to just again, even something like Assassin's Creed, they need to stop because it's not even about assassinating people anymore. It should just be called like the fucking murder gang or something because
Murder gang.
it makes no sense. So, like, I know assassination just means you just take out a target, but like Hitman, you're not like even Hitman, you're not tapping a target 16 times before they go down. It's like, okay, let me set this up and set you on fire. You're gonna pop out the window, you're dead. Cool, drop a piano on you or something. But like,
Are you okay, dude?
no, it's like design. I had a whole conversation with my buddy, who's making his own game, and we were having a conversation about like why is it so difficult to build a game for the modern audience, and it's like because modern audiences they want familiar, but they also don't understand what good design is supposed to feel like because all they get is consistency. They get familiar consistency, which they attach to like a good game, and it's like it's not. Like these Assassin's Creed titles, they're not good games. Like they're built well, right? Just like what's that ugly game that came out?
There's a lot of those.
Man,
Which one?
that reminds me of a fighting game.
Are you about to say Fighters? Dragon Ball Fighters?
No,
I
I
was
was gonna say Mortal
Tekken.
Kombat.
I was gonna say Tekken 8.
Oh,
Season
Oh,
2.
I mean, it's a Dragon Age game. What the hell's that
oh,
thing?
Veilguard.
Veilguard.
Like Veilguard is a it is a beautiful game, but it's ugly and it's trash. It's like yes, it's technically beautiful. It does what it needs to do. It's performant. It does these things. It's got these cool effects. Beautiful, whatever the hell. But it's ugly. Like it doesn't invoke anything out of you. It's just like here's a space that does things that you know it needs to do the thing we need you to do, and then we're good. And it's like that's a trash. Like it's.
I will say EA. I'm playing through the game right now, but I will say EA played it too safe.
They did. It's trash, and I think the game is ugly. I know it's a.
It's hard for me to call a game straight up trash, except for GTA.
And by the way, I didn't even pay for Velgar. I got it for free because my buddy works at one of the studios. So like, I got it for free, and I'm still saying it's trash. Like,
Don't worry, I got it for free too because of PlayStation. Don't worry.
okay, man. It's like, look, if you, I can't imagine spending $70 on this damn title. I couldn't imagine it. I could not. Like that. That's. Yeah. Just. Dear God, man. Fucking just. I feel like the old man who's just like sitting on his porch upset at everything. But in reality, these games are supposed to make us happy. Like we're supposed to enjoy playing these fucking things, and it shouldn't be this like mind bending to just say like, "Oh, game came out. You gonna try this?" Nah, because you know it's gonna be that bullshit again. Like it should just be like, "Oh yeah, let's try this new game, guys. Yeah, fuck yeah, we got all these games. Let's try them out." Nah, there's no point in trying them because they're all the same fucking game. Same fucking game everywhere, except sometimes you can join somebody.
Sometimes.
That's,
I don't know, man.
uh,
I get where you're coming from. I see it differently sometimes.
like even the fucking first Berserker, it's God of War. It's fucking God of War.
Absolutely.
Oh, I
it's
disagree
not.
with that take.
I disagree
Yeah,
with
I
that.
disagree with
Wholeheartedly
that a
disagree
lot.
with
Let me
that.
correct myself.
Wholeheartedly disagree.
It's God of War meets Neo or Nio, whichever the one you want to call it. That's all this shit is with the fucking DNF art style. I sat and watched people do this thing. It's like, yeah, this is like even with the access, like there was a guy that's moving around and he like kicked his like a little cart somewhere to get a path. I'm like, is a straight up fucking God of War like
There's-
level design
No,
with some Nio or Neo
I'm
fucking
sorry.
combat
I'm
added
sorry.
in here.
No. No.
Oh my goodness.
I wholeheartedly fucking disagree with you. This game is nowhere even close to a God of War game.
Oh, it
It's
isn't.
just not. It's just a Souls-like game. It's not a God
Oh,
of War game.
Dark
would
Souls
say-
is a Souls like.
Yeah.
It's a Souls like. It has
Yes,
perfect
Berserker
parries.
is
It
Souls
has
like.
dodges.
It's not like God of War. I'm sorry.
Brother,
I don't care.
brother.
No,
He's gonna
brother,
fucking
you
then
can-
if the
you
next
can
words out
brother
of
me for the next
if
5
the
years,
next
brother.
if the next words out of your mouth is God of War is a Souls like, we're gonna fight.
It is a Souls like.
Oh my
What are you
god.
talking about? It has a big boss, big bosses with telegraphed actions. You have a dodge. You have a perfect parry. What other definition other than Souls like?
Other
There's no
games
other
have
game that
those
plays
exact
like this.
mechanics that don't have Souls like attached to them.
Like what?
Exactly. Let me see. Now I have to fucking sit here and actually think of a game that has every single one. Hold on.
Yeah. See, there's the thing right there.
Technically,
Every
Legend of
single one.
Zelda Breath of the Wild has those mechanics. You can parry, you can dodge. It's a big ass enemy. You're running around. You lock on. Is that a Souls like?
Oh, damn, that's true.
You have
Yes.
shields that parry.
Oh.
That is not a. I can't believe this,
Yes,
man.
it is.
No.
Oh my
Yes,
God.
it is.
No.
Oh
What's
my
the
God.
difference? What's the difference between that one and whatchamacallit? What's the difference between that and Elden Ring? Aesthetic. That's it.
No.
That's the only difference. Is aesthetic.
No, gameplay wise feels completely different. Even though they're the same mechanics.
No.
No,
It
it
only
does.
feels different for the aesthetic again, because Elden Ring.
No,
makes
you can make it.
feel
You can make
really
it bland.
tiny.
No, you can make it bland, and it would still feel different. The way you control Link and the way you control your Tarnished is completely different.
Completely
Yeah,
different.
but we can't say control because Sekiro is also a Souls-like, and it controls completely different from any Dark Souls.
It's closer to Dark Souls and Elden Ring than Zelda.
Well, I'm saying like closer is not the same conversation as like these are not in the same realm because they're all in the same realm. Like they literally are. It is the same formula.
They can be in
Like,
the
that's
same
why
realm without being the same type of game.
I don't.
I
That's
feel
like saying-
I feel like Souls games and their animations are more methodical than like Zelda. That's
I
just
mean,
me.
even if we want to lock it down to say like, okay, now we're talking about the animations themselves. God of War fits that specifically because it's animation based. It's a whole animation based system. Like that, like, oh, the Valkyrie is moving over here. Okay, I know how long it takes for her to be here to here, and my swing is this much, so I need to just throw my shield instead. That's Soul's experience.
God of War
That's all it
sounds like,
is.
bro.
You know what? Look, if we don't want to say it, it's all good. I understand, but also people equate Souls like to the aesthetic, so I understand. God of
Oh,
War is too
I
jolly.
don't.
What's this called? Zelda is too bright. I understand. Cool. Either way, the mechanics are there. They're all there, wrapped into the same thing with a different name, and there it is. There it is. That's all I'm saying. Straight up trash, all of it, just trash monsters. Okay,
Anyways.
what's the next thing we got?
Damn,
going
I
on
can't
here?
help but notice all these games you hate just going into the Souls-like category. Is that what that is? Is that your dumpster?
No, it's the fact that it is the same damn formula everywhere. It is either a Souls game, it is a Battle Royale live service fucking garbage, or it's a first person shooter.
I'm gonna need you to change that then.
I mean, we working on that.
Working on
That's
it.
This is why I've been AFK. This is why I've been AFK.
Anyway, let's talk
Wait,
about this
what?
Xbox app.
Xbox app.
Yeah,
I don't know about
the Xbox is implementing a future update to where the Xbox app will then proceed to show you your other installed games from your different storefronts. So Steam, Epic Games, the Blizzard app technically, but it's really annoying because it's Blizzard. You have to have the Blizzard app open in the background for it to also apply to the Xbox app. But basically, Xbox is trying to integrate all your devices and everything connected to your computer and accounts on one app. Which is pretty
this
nice.
Is all just like a lead up to what their next console is and like what the rumors are about it, where it's more PC centric, less Xbox centric, where they want to make it where you can bring in the other storefronts, and this will be your entire
Your one-stop
home
shop
console.
of
Yeah,
using everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
So instead
It's
of
basically a
having
PC
like
for somebody who doesn't want to build it or mess with any of that.
I'm tired of downloading apps. I'm sorry.
Motherfucker, Xbox is on your PC as we speak. It's already pre-installed.
Is it? Let me
Yes.
check.
Type Xbox into your search bar and open it up.
Hmm.
It's part of Microsoft. It's like instant install anytime you install Windows.
The amount of time I use it is
Well,
pretty
that's
close
because
to
you
zero.
don't. You know, do you have a Game Pass?
No, not right now.
Exactly. That's why you don't use it.
All I'm gonna say with that app is it kind of makes no sense for that to even be a thing unless they're talking about a like a Steam Deck interface for.
They are.
Yeah, that's
I
what.
mean, 'cause
That's why they're
yeah,
doing
for
it.
the next one.
Yeah, that's the only place where that makes sense. Because
Yeah.
on your computer itself, it would make no sense that you want to launch everything through the Xbox, but still have stuff downloaded from other platforms. That just makes
Yeah, like I said, I feel like this is just them setting it up for their
Yeah,
next
it's just a
generation
setup.
consoles. Yeah.
Yeah.
They do need a refresh for their navigation in general, which I'm assuming that's why they would just roll it out to everybody. But
Yeah.
it's just
All right.
So that is everything that I was able to find. Granted, I was like half asleep when I wrote this because I forgot. So
Sounds
unless
good.
you guys have something off the top of your head that you maybe saw throughout the week that you want to talk about real quick, we can do that.
Nope.
No, I don't got anything.
no. But just to put out here, because it was made a statement of like, as somebody told me to go make the thing. The thing is almost feature complete of what I'm doing.
Nice.
So
You're almost there.
that's all. We will put it there. We will put it right there, and then we will be making some new shit.
I see.
Making some new shit. Some shit that ain't been done before. So we making some new shit. Hopefully people copy this.
Hopefully.
But
Well,
yeah,
thanks for tuning in this week. I know Daquan was a little bit late, but he made it when we were at the beginning, so we're good. He didn't miss anything.
I did. I Batman this thing. Thank you for the signal. Thank you.
Batman
Maybe I
usually
should-
shows up
maybe-
right away, you know?
Maybe I shouldn't have called you. Yeah. Maybe I shouldn't have called you. Let me delete this number real quick.
Let me delete
I
the number real
mean,
quick.
by all means, by all.
Well,
I don't
thanks
know
for
who this guy is anymore.
thanks for tuning in this week. We'll be back next week. Who knows what we'll be talking about? Maybe Daquan will come up with the
Yeah.
episode and it'll be just fucking us mad as fuck
Conspiracy
the entire
theories.
time.
Ooh, conspiracy theories for
There we
government.
go.
We're
We'll be
gonna do
talking
that.
about JFK's assassination this week. Please tune in.
We will. Yeah.
Oh my god.